Really?
for me. Because
I'll tell you mine right now. Miz and Shane McMahon are going to retain.
Don't
know how, but they're going to... once again, the timing is not right.
Because here's the deal, though.
Miz and Shane.
Here's the deal, though. Okay, the Usos haven't signed new contracts yet. They're up the same time that Dean Ambrose is. Okay, the Revival. Say what you want about the Revival. They were given. They were given the titles because they asked for their release. I'm sticking with that. Do they do the same thing and dangle the tag team titles? I agree with you. I'm also going Miz and Shane McMahon because there's more story to tell, and I'm not sure if they do the turn at Miz versus Shane McMahon for WrestleMania. I'm not sure if they want to do that. Okay, but I would not be surprised if they dangle the titles in front of the Usos in order for them to sign their new contract. I
can see where you're going with this, and ordinarily I would be on board with it if it weren't for one simple factor. This is the Usos. With the Revival, they've never been tag team champions before. They were just on the edge of being one of those great tag teams. They deserved it. They deserved it for a long time. But it wasn't until they played hardball and they elevated their game that said, you know what, you guys earned it. Here you go. This isn't the same way with the Usos. The Usos have already gotten that and been there and have held the tag titles several times over. If it does have any sort of appeal to them, say, if you re-sign, we'll give you another one with the tag titles. If that actually has any clout, it does not seem nearly as visible as it would with the Revival. So, either way, I'm not convinced that's the way it's going to go. So, for now, I'm convinced that Miz and Shane McMahon are going to retain.
Yeah, I believe... I'm going with Miz and Shane. Because I don't want the Miz versus Shane McMahon at WrestleMania. Which is where it would go if the Usos won, because someone would turn on somebody else after the match or during the match to get the Usos to win. But don't be shocked if the Usos win, because the WWE is worried, especially with Dean Ambrose.
They're bleeding talent.
They did say today that they're trying one more time with a different kind of contract, limited dates, to try to get Dean Ambrose to stay. Okay, but for other talent, they're going to try different things, and the Usos haven't signed yet. That's confirmed. So, do they dangle that cherry
to
get them to sign the contract?
That's another one. Well, only time will tell there. But as far as something guaranteed new and different in the world of tag titles, we've got the women's tag team Elimination Chamber match to crown the first ever women's tag team champions, at least in the modern era. We've got Nia Jax and Tamina, the Riot Squad, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, the Iconics, Bayley and Sasha Banks, and Naomi and Carmella.
This is the this is the match I'm going with. We were talking about Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush doing with the against all odds deal, and this is the match I'm going with for that kind of deal. Because with Bayley and Sasha Banks, with the injury and all that, and they're starting first, I don't have them winning. I had Finn Balor winning against all odds. Okay, this is the one I'm going with what you went with Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush. for that match. The odds are against Bayley and Sasha Banks. They're going to get down to the final two. But at that point, they're going to get hit with the Nia Jackson-Tamina train.
Really?
I've got Nia Jackson-Tamina taking it, so Sasha Banks and Bayley can take it at WrestleMania.
Okay.
So they can get the WrestleMania rub for that one. Because basically it's because of the injury storyline that they've got going with Sasha Banks right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect out.
And then again, they also just cleared her as of this.
Still a perfect. Yeah, they just cleared her out. No, they just cleared her up. It's very easy to just have one move that pops it out again. So it's the shoulder.
The reasonable doubt is still rearing its ugly head right now.
Anything else? Any other injury that they clear, I would be like, okay, that would be a reasonable doubt. Okay, a shoulder, it's easy to re-injure that. Easy. All Nia Jax has to do is pull. Okay, and her shoulder comes out again. Her shoulder gets hurt. Okay. And for this one, okay, I would rather have the moment. I don't believe what they have going with Nia Jax right now is that's a WrestleMania storyline. Okay, who can take down Nia Jax? Who can do it? And what better way for Bayley and Sasha Banks to finally do it, to win the tag team titles off of them on the biggest show. Okay, with what you got going with Nia Jax right now, okay, it only makes sense for them to be the first tag team champions. I guarantee you, Nia Jax goes on a Braun Strowman run from the Elimination Chamber. The Roman Reigns won, but Braun Strowman eliminated everybody else. So, and with everything going on, it's better for WrestleMania to have the faces chasing the title. So for me, yeah, it would be nice. They've been building it up. We all thought from the beginning, when they announced it a year ago, that it was going to be Bayley and Sasha Banks. But I think that the better story here is, they cleared her, but there's still storyline terms of a way to take her out. And I guarantee you, they will take her out of the Elimination Chamber. Not before the match, but during the match. She's gonna get hurt.
I hear you.
And overcoming all odds at WrestleMania, Sasha Banks and Bayley pull it out against the biggest competition they could possibly have to win the tag team titles. Nia Jax and Tamina. And this, with Nia Jax doing the Royal Rumble stuff, Nia Jax is really almost the biggest heel in the company right now, other than what happened on Monday. The two biggest heels in the company right now are women. You realize that? Charlotte and Nia Jax. Charlotte's in the title match now. You have Nia Jax and Tamina become tag team champions. They both get their comeuppance at WrestleMania. So for me, Elimination Chamber, Nia Jax and Tamina, first women's tag team champions, so that they can lose so that they could get their comeuppance at WrestleMania. Sasha Banks and Bayley. Sasha Banks overcomes injury. Okay, she's not going to do it here. In a environment that she could easily injure that again. Okay, easily, and they start first. That's it.
You're doing that whole thing where you're saying things and they're making logical sense,
but you're going with your heart here.
I'm gonna go with my heart. I said this. This is maybe just me just being stubborn and sticking my guns. I still have hope for Bayley and Sasha, not through any logical means other than there have been the most vocal advocates for this, but that's all I got really.
Which is why. Okay, they don't have to be the first ones. They don't have to. The big story here is not who the first ones are. It's who wins at WrestleMania. And I would rather have the underdog face team come in and take it. It'll be like It'll be like Hulk Hogan body slamming Andre the Giant. The two females who, when you think about it, if they were wrestling in real life, let's go that way. Okay, if they would not stand a chance against Nia Jax and Tamina. Okay, but they overcome all odds at WrestleMania, take down the meanest heels in the company as of right now, and get their WrestleMania moment that neither one of them have had. Not yet. And that's why I'm saying Nia Jax and Tamina win now. But when push comes to shove, and on the show of the Immortals, that's when Sasha and Bayley get their moment.
Here's the big question, though. At the end of the night, we've got, for the WWE Championship, the last Elimination Chamber match of the night, Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles versus Jeff Hardy, Samoa Joe, and newly inserted into the match, Kofi Kingston.
As much as I would love, after his performance, here's my misnomer.
Kofi was awesome the other night.
Here's my misnomer with this, because it's confirmed that everything that went to Kofi Kingston on SmackDown was going to go to Mustafa Ali if he was able to. So Mustafa Ali...
This has been confirmed?
Yes. Mustafa Ali would have beaten Daniel Bryan. Mustafa Ali would have beaten Jeff Hardy. Mustafa Ali would have beaten Samoa Joe. And then Mustafa Ali would have been taken out by AJ Styles. They inserted Kofi Kingston in. That's why I think, as much as I would love it to happen, love someone new in the title picture. Okay, he's gonna be the Iron. They're gonna start him out as one of the first two. He'll probably get to the same spot that he got to in the Gauntlet match. They'll probably take him out number 4. Or he'll be the one to take or he'll be the one to go up against Daniel Bryan when Daniel Bryan wins. That's my pick. Okay, because they won't have Daniel Bryan lose before. Kofi Kingston will probably be the MVP. They'll probably do that again.
Yeah, I'm going to absolutely agree with you that Daniel Bryan wins this thing. The bigger question to me is not who is going to win this match, however, my biggest question right now is after Kofi's big showdown, what's going to happen next with Kofi